How did you die? Oh my god.
Hello. Trina and I are at a kebab place. I'm a little bit drunk. And I'm ordering a kebab and we're waiting for it to get done. But I thought, or Trina wanted me to do my warrior notes that I've been carrying around with me. So I was trying to tell her about all the class changes, and if you watch the St. Patrick's Day thing, you'll probably have seen that Trina played a hunter. And so I was telling you about some of the warrior things that are going to come in Cataclysm, and she was like, why don't you film it here? Yay! So for warrior stuff, I interviewed Richard. He is one of the main tanks of Renovo, which is our like rival guild on the Horde side. And I actually don't know why we're friends, or like how we're friends with Richard, but we're friends with Richard, and he was very cool to come on our event and do our interview with us. And after you see him waving here, he tries to kill me and almost gets away with it. But I have engineering, so I like rocket boot away and like parachute off a cliff. So yeah, demoralizing shout is getting nerfed by a lot, so that's gonna change y'all's stuff laughing in the dark. Demoralizing shout is getting nerfed a lot, so that's gonna change your guys' rotation a lot, and your glyphs that you're gonna need to use is getting changed. Let's see here. Heroic Strike will cost 10 rage up to 30, and Heroic Strike, instead of being like one of the buttons you're like spamming all the time, is going to be more of like an energy dump, which I really don't know what that's going to mean to tanks. Overall, Richard, like at first he was pretty like emo about the changes, but after thinking about all of them, he was kind of like, okay, that's not going to be so bad. It's just changing rotation and changing a bit about how we're going to play things. And I hope my kebab's done soon. I'm so hungry. I should say I already had a cheeseburger, but I'm still hungry. Heroic Leap, which is really cool. It's going to be like the DK ghoul thing where you like jump into the person, and you're going to have like an AoE kind of stun ability, which like great. So that's going to suck ass in Battlegrounds so hard. I can't believe that. It'll be like a 10-yard radius where it applies Thunderclap, which is just your stun thing. So you leap into a group of people and you stun them all. I think AB clubs are going to be a lot different now. Seriously, where's my kebab? Yeah, so you can use Heroic Leap in any stance in the protection tree with Warbringer. It will be a cool PvE talent you're going to get, but it's going to be a bitch for us for PvP. Gushing Wound is an arms talent you're going to get. Yeah, so this is actually kind of cool. So it's going to do a bleed, and one stack it's not going to be as much damage as, what's it called? So one stack it's going to be like the same as Rend, but up to 3 stacks it's going to be a lot better than Rend, so it's an awesome bleed that y'all are going to get. Oh, I think he's making my kebab. Which, yeah, so Gushing Wound is going to be a cool ability that you can stack up to 3 times and will do a lot more damage. Yeah, well, so every time you move, oh yeah, that's right, so every time you move, you get another stack of it. So for PvP, that's going to be really awesome, but anytime you have a PvE thing where you're kiting a boss, that's going to be a really good ability to use, because every time the target moves, it gets another stack of your bleed thing. I feel bad that I really don't know much about warriors to know what all the things mean, but Richard was kind of cool with trying to explain some shit to me, but honestly I had a little bit to drink and I was really tired on the interview, so and then being drunk while giving the interview. Yeah, so Protection Warrior won't have that much of a rotation change, he said. Sunder Armor is going to be changed where you only need to stack it 3 times instead of 5, which is going to be a really great thing for PvE if you have any kind of, so a warrior, even a DPS warrior. That's my keyboard. Yeah, so the Sunder Armor that you only need to stack it 3 times instead of 5, so it's not just the Protection Warriors that are gonna stack it, but any DPS warriors can stack it, and it's not gonna do that much of a DPS nerf. Hey, keyboard. Come in. Trina, want some kebab?
No, thanks.
I think I got some in arms, this ability sucks for PvP. Awesome for you guys, sucks for hunters. You're gonna get this thing called disarming nature, where not only are you gonna disarm the people, but if you watch AB Cool Club 16, you can hear me screaming about the disarming stuff. But you're gonna like disarm and fear somebody, so it's gonna be like a shadow priest fearing of something. Plus, like I have no weapon, yet I'm just gonna stand there going like this while you fucking obliterate me. If you're spectrally deep in the arms talent, you'll have a talent that you can click that will grant you an extra like swing or an extra 50% weapon damage chance per swing. I don't know what it's called, but if it, so anyways, deep in the arm spec that you get an extra like DPS swing thing, which will be a cool talent. It's like a free bonus hit or something. Y'all are getting vengeance as well, of course. The same as Trina. Stop fucking laughing at everything. Yeah. Of course, you'll have the vengeance thing as well, which is the up to 10% of the tank's unbuffed health. You'll get. That's seriously hot. I think it's water. Vengeance up to 10% of the unbuffed health of the tank can be as attack power, but again, really wonder about that because how much, I don't remember how much unbuffed health Richard had, but I think it was something like 55, 57,000 health points, and then, you know, 10% of that 5.7k DPS, that's a shitload of attack power. We'll see. Anyways, at least like the threat thing is going to be awesome. Warriors are going to be really good tanks still for Cataclysm. They're going to have a lot of threat. That's going to be great. The DPS abilities are going to be changed a little bit. Some of the regeneration of rage is going to be changed, so it might be a bit more effort and harder into not just like keyboard face smashing the DPS abilities. As a tank, Richard said he was really happy about the changes, and he said that the threat abilities and stuff. So hopefully, like misdirect and tricks of the trade won't be as necessary per each boss kill and stuff. For Fury, he thinks they'll be happy about it, happy about all the changes because you won't need to use heroic strike as much, and I think you guys might be a little bit emo over the nerf of Whirlwind. I didn't say that already. Whirlwind is going to do more AoE damage, but the amount of damage is going to be changed. So instead of like 4 targets or 1 target or whatever, it will do a bigger like radius of people AoE damage, but the amount of damage is going to be nerfed. So yay. Is it doggy? A seriously big thanks for Richard coming on to our ranks events and talking to us. And Richard's Swedish, for all my like Swedish fans out there. And I'm gonna sit here and enjoy my kebab.